Hey everyone, this is David from ccghouse.com. Today we're doing another opening of Commander set from Zendikar Rising. This time we're doing the Land's Wrath, which is the Abun Muldaya Ancestor. So this is the new packaging for the Commander set that they did. It's a little bit different from normal. We'll see if they keep this up. Unlike the Ikoria ones, which were also set specific, these Zendikar ones, they didn't do anything with the oversized, and you can already see that the packaging is a little bit different. It has like a weird shape here. It's only like 3 points, 5 points technically, but it's an odd one. So let's go ahead and start opening it up and check it out. So it's a little tougher than most of the boxes that I've gotten from Wizards before. A lot of heavy glue. So we're just going to kind of rip it open here a bit. Now, what's nice about the Muldaya one, so we're seeing green, red, white. Its theme is Land's Wrath, so I think we're going to see a lot of landfall here. We can see that automatically on the top of Abun here. You're going to get some deck box here, as well as a a life counter. That's a cardboard life counter that goes up to 40. Here in the Zendikar Rising green, you kind of see that fade there. So, a little life counter they've been putting in these Commander sets recently. Let's go ahead and jump to some of the cards here. So this card is going to have, or this deck's going to have a lot of stuff that's been reprinted from a lot of previous Zendikars and some other sets. We'll definitely see some old cards with landfall, which is great. That's what it's going to need to survive in any type of Commander format, casual or competitive. But we'll probably skip a lot of the uncommons and some of the commons. We just want to kind of jump to see what we're putting in here. So once we get to the rares, we'll slow down a little bit, see what they're adding, as well as what cards from Zendikar made it in here. So Abun Muldaya Ancestor has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Alright, that's pretty simple. But at the beginning of combat on your turn, up to one target land you control becomes an XX elemental with trample and haste until end of turn. Where X is Abun's power, it still lands. So that's pretty nice. So you can keep buffing up Abun and making your lands get stronger and making more elementals, or turning them into elementals. Or he can stay at the base at 3/3, and you can always have some 3/3 lands. So there's some variety there. Obviously, you're going to want to protect Abun a lot in Commander if you're going to keep putting counters on him. So you're going to need a Lightning Greaves or Swiftfoot Boots, something like that. Keep him alive. So let's kind of take a look. Already on the front of this, I can see a card with Outlast. I imagine we're going to see some cards from the con set that did a lot with counters. So let's take a look here. So, Vanishing Light, Condemn, Crush Contraband, Elite Scale Guard, Cartographer, Retreat to Emeria, Slime, Judge, Beanstalk Giant, Surgidius Root, always great, getting some gates in there, Elvis Rejuvenator, Embodiment of Insight, Evolution Sage. This one's a great one. Whenever a land enters battlefield under your control, proliferate. That's going to help a lot once those counters are out there from Abun. So, really nice landfall effect here. Harmonize, draw 3 cards. Harrow, always great. Sack a land, put 2 more lands into play. Definitely is a must to have in here. Keeper of the Fables. Whenever one or more non-human creatures you control deal combat, draw a card. That's always great. Heart Expedition, it's going to give you some counters every time you put a land. Kodama's Reach, put 2 basic lands into play. So already we're seeing that they put a lot of thought into these Commander decks, and they really do. They're giving you your staples. They're giving you some of the cards that are just really good, and they're giving you some other ideas that you can try. Not everything in here is recommended to stay if you want to keep beefing up the deck, but there definitely is a good amount, especially in this green. You have my Elder Zendikar's Royal. But here we go. Let's just get straight into some of the rares here. So what did they choose for Abun Muldaya Ancestor? So we're seeing Trove Warden, 2 white, 2 colorless, Cat Beast, has Vigilance, has Landfall. When land enters, you exile a card that's 3 or less. And when Trove Warden dies, put every permanent exiled this way that it's exiled back in the owner's control. So there's always a problem with that, but however you can protect Trove Warden, you're solid. Geode Rager, so 2 red, 4 colorless, first strike, landfall. it's going to get goad every time you play a land. So always great. Admonition Angel. This is another great exile one. It's 3 white, 3 colorless. So for 6, you get a flying 6/6 landfall. When a land enters play, exile target non-land permanent other than Admonition Angel. So really great. Mirror Angel. When a land enters play, you get a 1/1 white bird creature with flying. Emiria Shepherd. Land enters play, you may return non-land permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If it's a plains, you may return the non-land permanent card to the battlefield instead. So that one's really good. Hour of Revelation. Cost 3 less to cast. If there are 10 or more non-land permanents on the battlefield, destroy all non-land permanents. So really great. 6 cost, but really you can hit that 3. This is an odd one, I would say, for a 3-color deck, just having 3 white. But however, you have a lot of green, so you should be able to get the lands you need. And we may see some filter lands or some type of filtering system as we go a little bit further in the deck. Planar Outburst, destroy all non-land creatures. So Sun Titan enters play, returns a 3-cost card, and when it attacks, returns a 3-cost card. All permanent, 3-cost permanent or less to the graveyard battlefield. Together Forever, 2 white. When it enters the battlefield, support, so put a 1/1 counter on up to 2 target creatures, and choose target creature with a counter on it. When that creature dies this turn, return that creature's owner's hand. So really love this card. Fun little enchantment, gives you some options. It also doesn't tap, you just have to have the mana available, and you keep some fun shenanigans happening, especially in a deck like this. Abundance. If you draw a card, you may instead choose a land or non-land card and reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a card of chosen kind. Put that card into your hand and put all other cards revealed this way in the bottom of your library. So, Mending of Dominaria. So Dominaria Saga card. Mill 2 cards, then you may return a creature from graveyard to your hand and return all land cards from creatures. So, I definitely see the theme in here. I really thought we were going to see more elementals. Landfall is definitely big, but they're definitely focusing on a lot of green-white recursion. So that way you can keep hitting your land over and over. So Multani Yavamaya's avatars, 2 green, 4 colorless, reach, trample, and it gets +1/+1 for each land you control and each land card in your graveyard. Always good. Return 2 lands you control to the owner's hands. Return Multani from your graveyard to your hand. So obviously it has an effect once it's the graveyard there. It is good. I want to say it's really good for this deck, but you can definitely tinker your deck a little bit more to make that better. This is Renewal, 1 green, 5 colorless. Search your land for up to 3 basic land cards. Put them on the battlefield tap. Shuffle your library, gain 7 life. So late game, not bad. I don't mind this. I think it's actually pretty good. I would probably put this in a few other decks. If I'm spending 6, especially even with a green deck, you can normally get 6 mana pretty quick with the right mana rocks and 1 green sorcery. You can probably hit this on a turn 4. Very easily, and it's only 1 green, so it's possible to even get it on a turn 3. But I like this card a lot. I think that's good. I think that's a good one. Rampaging Baloths, 2 green, 4 colorless. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a 4/4 green creature token. Return the Wild Speaker. This was from Throne. Choose 1, draw cards equal to non-human creatures you control, or non-human creatures you control get +3/+3. Rites of Flourishing. Everyone draws an additional card. Everyone plays an additional land. This is great. This is going to keep you alive a little bit longer. Yes, it's going to ramp everyone else up as well. However, it may take away some of the hate you're getting on the table. So, Sylvan Advocate. As long as you control 6 or more lands, it gets +2/+2. Not amazing for a rare slot. Walker of the Wilds, 2 green, 2 colorless. So 2 green X, put X 1/1 counters on target land you control. That land becomes a 0/0 elemental creature with haste. It's still land. I really like that because it's giving counters on a land. And with Aubun, you can make the land already a 3/3. So you're getting a 3/3 plus however many counters are going to be on it, or any counters that are on Aubun. So it's really good. These two work really well together. You can see the synergy making your lands pretty lethal. Living Twister is great. Discarding lands or returning tapped land to another's hands. It's just a 2/5 for 3 with some options there. If you do discard a land, though, you can deal 2 damage to any target. So, Mina and Den Wildborn. So, legendary creature, Elf Ally. Play additional land of each of your turn. Return a land card you own to you control to a certain hand in order to give a creature trample. So that's great with Aubun or any of your other lands that you're doing to give trample to. Omnath, Locus of Rage. This is a fun little card here. Has landfall. Whenever a land enters battlefield under your control, create a 5/5 red and green elemental creature tokens. And whenever Locus of Rage or another elemental you control dies, doesn't matter if it's token or not, he'll do 3 damage to any target. I really like that. Now you can start seeing more of this energy with those elementals. I think that's probably what a lot of people may purchase this deck and change immediately, is try to switch it off to more elementals and more lands, rather than a variety of cards like soldiers, elves, those types of things. So, see your sundial. Whenever land enters play, you may pay 2 to draw a card. Needle Spire to create elementals with red-white here. Ground Assault, Nia's Charm, Struggle Survive, Sylvan Reclamation, Treacherous Terrain. Arcane Signet is what we saw in the other commander set, so we're seeing that again. Sandstorm Oracle, Sketchular, Soul Ring, Blighted Woodfall, so Command Tower. Okay, want to make sure we got Command Tower. So we got some Boros lands, Evolving Wilds, some Gruul lands, Jungle Shrine being our 3/3 Corrosive Verge, Myriad Landscape, the Panoramas, some Sylvan stuff, another Terramorphic Expanse, it makes sense. Here a couple of the Zendikar cards. Sacrifice a land. Search your library for up to 2 basic lands. Put them on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Okay, so Rolling Regrowth, essentially just another Harrow. And then Marasa, Root Grazer. Vigilance, you may put a basic land from your hand on the battlefield just by tapping it. Already pretty good. Or return target basic land you control to its owner's hand. So, I like that. The rest is just your standard lands. As far as tokens, we're going to see this nice little core ally. Really like this art here. Yeah, it feels normal. It doesn't feel like they're on Zendikar per se, but I like that art. The bird token's about the same. New elemental. This definitely looks like a Swamp Thing type. And then I really like this red-green elemental because it looks like it's a servant of Omnath. Pretty cool. Some Saproling tokens, traditional beast tokens here. That's going to be a 4/4 though. All right. Well, that is everything for the Abun Moldai Ancestors Land Wrath Commander set. If you haven't already, check out our other videos for the Enowan Sneak Attack deck, our Zendikar Rising set boosters, draft boosters, pre-release kits, all those types of things we have here on our YouTube page. You can like, subscribe, and watch other future or past box openings. But thank you guys so much for following us. If you're looking for singles, check out our website, ccghouse.com, or you can visit us here in Vancouver, Washington at CCG House Games. Thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe.